The remaining original Avengers gather for another shawarma meal after the events of Avengers Endgame in new fan art.
You ever tried shawarma? I don't know what it is, but I want to try it.
Marvel Studios' biggest project to date wrapped up the Infinity Saga storyline with the defeat of Thanos, but it also functioned as a swan song to some of the universe's founding heroes, with Iron Man Robert Downey Jr. and Black Widow Scarlett Johansson meeting their respective ends. Both characters will be sorely missed moving forward, and a brand new illustration visualizes how big of a loss they are in the universe. Arguably one of, if not the best post-credit scenes that Marvel Studios has come up to date, the shawarma stinger was a last-minute addition to 2012's The Avengers. The cast and crew filmed it the day after the movie's premiere, so it wasn't included in the cut during the film's first set of screenings.
But we're actually not done shooting. We are shooting one more scene tonight.
Working on it despite the time constraints ultimately paid off, as it's become an iconic scene in the MCU. It's one of the few tag scenes in the franchise that doesn't hint at what lies ahead. Instead, it's focused on the 6 original Avengers grabbing a meal after the Battle of New York. With both Iron Man and Black Widow no longer in the MCU, an illustration from digital artist Abhinav imagines the remaining heroes: Captain America Chris Evans, Thor Chris Hemsworth, Hulk Mark Ruffalo, and Hawkeye Jeremy Renner, gathering at the same shawarma restaurant to once again share a meal after Endgame. The creator purposefully left Tony Stark and Natasha Romanoff's seats empty as their colleagues looked desolate, possibly pondering on their deaths. While Avengers Infinity War kept the 6 Avengers mostly separated, it was a setup for their final mission in Endgame. Granted that they are joined by other heroes such as Rocket Raccoon Bradley Cooper, Nebula Karen Gillan, War Machine Don Cheadle, and Ant-Man Paul Rudd, seeing them back together was a treat for longtime fans of the MCU. This is especially important considering that it would be their final outing together, as some of them would not survive the Infinity Saga. The chances of a shawarma scene depicted in the fan art are very slim. Nonetheless, it would have been a great idea to see the remaining 4 original heroes come together one last time before they went their separate ways. It's worth noting that while Captain America didn't die in Avengers Endgame, he's technically retired from service. After completing his final mission of returning all 6 Infinity Stones to their original time and places, he reunited with Peggy Carter Haley Atwell in the past to live a life with her. He only returned to the present MCU timeline to hand off the shield to Sam Wilson Anthony Mackie. That leaves fans with only 3 original Avengers in the MCU, each one of them going on their own journeys moving forward. No word yet when fans can expect another ensemble project from the MCU, but when it comes, it's possible that Thor, Hulk, and Hawkeye will be reunited for another battle again. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button before you go.